It began with a leak, a vision, and a sense of urgency. Imagine New York City, shaken by chaos, where Team Rainbow, once the globe's last defense against foreign terror, now faces the enemy within. Rainbow Six Patriots was conceived as a bold reinvention, aiming to immerse players in the heart of American unrest and the messy, human costs of domestic conflict. Ubisoft Montreal wanted to blur moral lines and reflect real-life anxieties.
Terrorism has evolved, and so has Rainbow Six.
Creative director David Sears said, promising hard-edged realism and
an unprecedented level of humanity.
Rainbow Six's roots are literary. Tom Clancy's 1998 novel introduced an elite NATO counter-terror team led by John Clark. The book's cinematic action launched a game from Clancy's Red Storm Entertainment, emphasizing realism and strategy over pure action. The Rainbow unit was inspired by Clancy and Red Storm's CEO Doug Littlejohn's imagining a permanent global counter-terror force, with Six as Clark's callsign and rank. The first game, grounded in authenticity, with the help of military advisors, earned acclaim for its difficulty, innovative multiplayer, and immersive design, even though it lost Game of the Year to Half-Life. After Vegas 2's success, the series developers sought fresh directions while preserving tactical roots. Patriots' narrative pitted Team Rainbow against the True Patriots, a homegrown insurgent group led by Jonah Treadway, inspired by real-world anti-government militia movements of the 90s and events such as the Oklahoma City bombing, Waco, and Ruby Ridge. The game's multi-perspective storytelling forced players to grapple with moral dilemmas and ambiguous choices, sometimes weighing the lesser of two evils when civilians were at risk.
How different are they from me? Could I become that? What would push someone to snap?
Sears asked, capturing the game's intent to provoke deep questions. Unlike previous games, where killing non-combatants meant failure, Patriots required players to confront the consequences of their actions, further blurring the line between hero and villain. Patriots' gameplay reveal teased tense urban combat and difficult ethical decisions, but also drew criticism for mechanics like seeing enemies through walls, features that, without proper narrative justification, risked undermining the series' tactical realism. In a gaming landscape shifting toward multiplayer spectacle, Patriots' story-driven focus was both a gamble and a statement, but the game's ambitions soon collided with the harsh realities of AAA development. Patriots' bold approach to narrative and moral ambiguity sharply contrasted with franchises like Call of Duty and contributed to Ubisoft's reluctance to release the game. The demo's intense gunfights and high-stakes decisions electrified some, but divisive mechanics split the fanbase. The game was to feature single-player, co-op, and multiplayer modes, with campaigns promising immersive journeys shaped by tough ethical choices. The demo showcased Patriots' moral tension.
There are more than 100 people still in the kill radius. We're out of time. I'm sorry. You already saw him blow up, you greedy bastard.
In another moment, players had to shoot police officers to stop them from killing a bomber with a dead man switch.
NYPD is firing on the bomber. If they kill him, everybody on this bridge could be blowing sky high. Engage NYPD immediately. Are you ordering training fire? No time to radio. Take the shot.
Some moments, like shooting a suspect's legs, seemed scripted rather than player-driven, leaving questions about how much agency players would have had. Would stopping a cop from killing a bomber mean losing a squad member? With only trailers and short demos, the true depth of Patriots' choices remains a mystery. Early concept footage for Rainbow Six Patriots, released in November 2011, showcased a gritty, narrative-driven first-person shooter set in New York, with Team Rainbow taking on the True Patriots, a domestic terrorist group targeting Wall Street corruption. Patriots was designed for multi-perspective storytelling, letting players switch between characters to experience the conflict from all sides. Slated for a 2013 release, it promised a strong, story-driven campaign, though other modes were never shown. Just months after the reveal, Game Informer reported a major shakeup. The creative director, narrative director, lead designer, and animation director were removed. Ubisoft only confirmed the creative director's replacement, insisting development continued. Patriots development publicly began with David Sears releasing a 2011 proof-of-concept video to preempt leaks. The footage showed true patriots invading a home and threatening a family, strapping a bomb to a hostage and throwing them out of a skyscraper window before detonating it, and Rainbow intervening on a New York City bridge with another hostage who has a bomb strapped to them. A true patriot in the home invasion scene threatens,
"You do exactly what we say, or we will field dress her like a deer. Your kid too."
The trailer's blend of first and third-person views, mechanics like seeing through vehicles, a nod to Arkham's detective vision, and sequences requiring Rainbow to shoot at NYPD officers who misunderstood the crisis, all highlighted Patriot's willingness to push boundaries. Realistic details and high-stakes no-win scenarios, as in throwing a hostage off a bridge with a bomb, emphasize the game's moral complexity. The official trailer reinforced Ubisoft's bold intent.
They've been training and sacrificing. They are the true patriots.
The narrative shifted between civilians, terrorists, and Rainbow operatives, confronting players with choices where civilian casualties were both a risk and a test of conscience. After a Kotaku leak, Ubisoft preemptively revealed Patriots, aiming to control the narrative. Early footage and a Game Informer cover previewed classic tactical missions with multi-perspective storytelling, heavily inspired by Heavy Rain, and a plot drawn from real-world anxieties about domestic extremism. Creative director David Sears stressed that they weren't going for shock value. Unlike something like Call of Duty's No Russian, they wanted to provoke meaningful discussion about the roots of extremism and the ethical gray zones facing those who confront it. This pursuit of Clancy-style authenticity distinguished Patriots, but also fueled controversy. Sears cited newer Clancy novels like Teeth of the Tiger and Dead or Alive, which introduced the Campus, a secretive team blending realism with heightened drama. Controversy soon erupted. Media and fans were split over Ubisoft's choice to focus on domestic terrorism. Some praised the series for its timely, human themes. Others saw it as exploitative or accused it of demonizing patriotism. As one critic put it,
"There is an ongoing media campaign to demonize patriots and constitutionalists as potential domestic terrorists."
Anticipating backlash, David Sears stood by Rainbow Six Patriots' provocative themes. Matt Burtz of Game Informer anticipated controversy.
"We can see the sensational headline now. Liberal game publisher paints Tea Party as terrorists."
The Patriots team was ready to defend their vision, even on Fox News, hoping to spark real dialogue at a time when many still viewed games as unworthy or dangerous. Debates over game violence were already intense. No Russian, Medal of Honor's Taliban multiplayer, and the scapegoating of games after mass shootings, especially Sandy Hook. Rainbow Six Patriots was prepared for backlash, even from unexpected places. In 2013, InfoWars accused the game of targeting Tea Party and Patriots groups as terrorists, ignoring the growth of paramilitary organizations. Outrage, real or manufactured, drove clicks then as now. Controversy soon followed. In 2011, the domestic terrorist group Fear claimed inspiration from Patriots, using a magazine article about the game as a recruitment tool. Their plans included stockpiling weapons and plotting attacks on military, civilian, and political targets, including President Obama, before arrests intervened. In a grim irony, the Game Informer article was used to recruit for murder and assassination plots. Reflecting on this, Burks called it surreal, clarifying,
"I wasn't writing a manifesto, I was setting up the political context for someone making a game like Rainbow Six Patriots."
At E3, Patriots is notably absent as Ubisoft promoted other titles. When asked, Ubisoft's SVP of Sales and Marketing said,
"Let's just say Rainbow Six is still in active development. We have a lot of other games that we want to focus people on, and there will be more information on Rainbow."
Months passed with no updates, even as Rainbow Six Patriots was still listed for 2013. Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot told IGN they might move the game to next gen, but the silence continued until GameStop pulled Patriots from pre-order. Ubisoft only vaguely confirmed that Rainbow Six would come to next gen, leaving the fate of Patriots unclear. Patriots' cancellation at E3 2014 was driven by a mix of technical limitations and Ubisoft's evolving vision for the franchise. Some of its concepts survived in Siege, but most of the ambitious narrative was lost. Still, hope for Patriots' story hasn't fully died. Mission designs and writing could resurface in future Rainbow Six games. Among cancelled titles, Patriots stands with Star Wars 1313, Prey 2, the Lost Arkham sequel, and Silent Hills as games that left a mark despite never releasing. The following year, Rainbow Six Patriots is missing from E3. By March 2012, most leadership, including Sears and Roos, were removed without explanation. Ubisoft soon announced a shift to next-gen development. The game was delisted, pre-orders cancelled, and Patriots' fate left in limbo. When Rainbow Six Siege was revealed, it marked a dramatic pivot to multiplayer-only, close-quarters action. For many, the lack of a story-driven campaign was disappointing, but Siege retained tactical gameplay and, after a rocky start, became a major esports success. Patriots' failure, due to technical and cultural challenges, remains a loss for Rainbow Six's narrative ambition. Its bold, controversial ideas were never realized, but they influenced Siege and left a mark on what the franchise could have been. By the late 2000s and early 2010s, military shooters like Call of Duty and Battlefield dominated the market, pushing other franchises to adapt. Rainbow Six Vegas 2 marked a high point, but as the industry shifted toward large-scale, cinematic shooters, Ubisoft Montreal experimented with new concepts, rogue AI, turn-based tactics, before returning to Clancy's roots: real people, real stakes. The franchise dropped some hardcore mechanics, like permadeath, in favor of accessibility. While Rainbow Six never matched the spectacle of its rivals, its tactical, cerebral style remained its hallmark. Players remember the tension and teamwork more than the plots, an irony for a series born from Clancy's storytelling. Beyond controversy, Rainbow Six Patriots faced major technical hurdles. Ubisoft Montreal switched from Unreal Engine to Anvil, which was built for Assassin's Creed and was ill-suited to first-person shooters or branching narratives. The industry trend toward proprietary tech left Rainbow Six Patriots struggling, as Anvil wasn't designed to meet their needs. Ironically, Ubisoft's own Dunia engine, used for Far Cry 3, would have been a better fit, but wasn't chosen. While Anvil worked well for open-world, third-person games, it lagged behind for FPS and PvP games. Multiplayer was always key to Rainbow Six, and Patriots tried to innovate with an HQ lobby for planning, now a standard in live service games. Patriots' lobby foreshadowed social spaces like Destiny's Tower, though it kept multiplayer as a separate mode. Looking back, Rainbow Six Patriots pioneered features that became Ubisoft staples, innovations once fresh and Clancy-inspired, now standard in open-world games. After the reveal, Ubisoft Montreal unraveled. Within 4 months, most core leaders, including Sears, were gone. Narrative director Richard Roos later said that as live service models rose and next-gen loomed, making a big, one-shot campaign looked risky. The team tried to prepare an E3 demo, but Anvil's issues doomed it. 3 more creative directors followed, including Jean-Sébastien Descamps. Nearly a year after Patriots' reveal, Ubisoft claimed it was still in development for next-gen, but cancelled pre-orders and no E3 updates signaled trouble. 2 years after the reveal, Ubisoft exec Laurent Detoc admitted Patriots never met expectations and was nearly remade. Its release became an even when, and by year's end, there was little left but controversy. Siege, built by much of the Patriots team and internally dubbed Rainbow Six Unbreakable, emerged in its place. Ubisoft initially teased single-player content, but only short-lived PvE situations materialized. Patriots' final days reflected Ubisoft's uncertainty about the franchise's direction, as the company shifted from costly, linear single-player campaigns to open-world or live service models. Patriots remained focused on single-player, out of step with new priorities. Despite no traditional campaign, Siege thrived with a strong player base. Patriots' ideas, shaped by revolving door leadership and development hell, have surfaced in other Ubisoft games. Ghost Recon Wildlands features a direct reference to the Patriots in a Team Rainbow DLC, hinting at Operation Patriots. While just an Easter egg, it shows Rainbow's evolving role in Ubisoft's wider universes, a playful nod to fans, but distant from Patriots' original vision. The Division series touches on homeland themes, but with less moral ambiguity, and Watch Dogs Legion's anyone can join concept reflects Ubisoft's new caution. What once felt grounded now often feels surface level. Whether Patriots caused or suffered from this shift, Ubisoft's approach has clearly changed. Patriots remains a snapshot of a turbulent era, the end of strong single-player shooters, the rise of live service, and a shift in what Clancy games mean. Siege's eventual success as a multiplayer phenomenon was built on the ashes of Patriots' ambitious vision, but beneath Siege's celebrated rise lies a lesser-known story. Creative director David Sears told Game Informer that choosing domestic antagonists was meant to emotionally and psychologically challenge players. Patriots' narrative followed multiple perspectives, about 80% from Team Rainbow's Echo Leader, 20% from civilians, first responders, and even true Patriot, pushing boundaries with moral dilemmas and ambiguous choices. Unlike past games where killing non-combatants meant failure, Patriots forced players to grapple with consequences of civilian casualties, sometimes the lesser evil. Ubisoft promised that tactical gameplay would remain central, operators would use augmented reality lenses to identify threats, and squad AI would undergo a major upgrade. Multiplayer 2 was set for an overhaul. Lead designer Simon Rush envisioned teamwork as paramount. Players would plan on a holographic sand table with a commander and follower system for real-time leadership. The ambition was clear, even if the map details stayed secret. Ubisoft Montreal led Patriots' development, with support from Toronto and Red Storm, growing to 150 staff at its peak. But after the reveal, instability set in. By March 2012, key leaders including Sears were out, Jean-Sébastien Decant took over creative direction, team members were reassigned, and developers described a revolving door of leadership and missed deadlines. The project's demise was gradual, driven by both creative and technical obstacles. As detailed in IGN's House of Dreams, the Ubisoft Montreal story, much stemmed from technology. Earlier games used Unreal Engine, but Patriots was built on Anvil Next, designed for Assassin's Creed, not shooters. While Anvil Next allowed advanced visuals and hitbox reactions, it was unsuited for FPS development. Even basic features were laborious, and the frame rate was called unsalvageable. Most dev time went to the target video and a never-released E3 2012 trailer. Technical artist Oliver Kuchar told Rock Paper Shotgun
that Anvil Next was already outdated and incompatible with next-gen platforms. Atreus was old-gen, Xbox 360 and PS3. Next-gen consoles were just around the corner. We wanted a next-gen experience. We tried stuff with destruction technology and realized destruction really changes the game. It just didn't work out on old-gen, so for us it was a better solution to clean the slate, reset, and make what's best for players.
Ubisoft, determined to keep Rainbow Six relevant, pivoted to multiplayer for sustainability. As brand director Alexandre Remy explained,
"We really wanted to focus on multiplayer because we felt that's where the franchise should go. We thought this was how we were going to get sustainability in the long term."
The team had grown weary of scripted campaigns and wanted to bring intensity and surprise into multiplayer. Though Patriot's ambitious narrative might have pushed the series forward, it was a major departure from Rainbow Six's gameplay-first identity. Ubisoft ultimately doubled down on core tactical strengths, deciding it was safer than risking a story-heavy experiment. Rainbow Six Patriots was effectively cancelled in late 2012 as the team shrank to 25. Rebranded as Rainbow Six Unbreakable, a nod to both destruction tech and development limbo, the crew pivoted to what would become Siege. They used new destruction technology for thrilling PvP, but almost no assets from Patriots survived. Siege was essentially a fresh start. So the story ends not with fanfare, but with a quiet turning point. Patriots, daring to ask if the enemy could be your neighbor, vanished. Its ideas scattered, its team dissolved. What remains is a franchise reborn. Siege, a competitive battleground where tactical skill reigns, but the messy questions of morality and homegrown conflict stay locked away. In the shadow of Patriots, Rainbow Six became something faster, communal, and unburdened by America's own divisions. For those who remember Patriots' promise, its absence lingers like an alternate history, a game that almost forced us to look inward. Sometimes, the stories that never get told say the most about who we are and what we're not quite ready to face.